What's up, gamers? Welcome to the September 27th, 2014 Hauppauge Gaming Podcast here on Hauppauge Gaming on Twitch. How are you guys all doing today? Thanks for coming out. See a lot of you guys in chat being really active today. That's awesome. You all know me, Fallen Frog. If you don't know me, welcome. I've been here hosting for a number of weeks now. I do streaming on Twitch here under the name Fallen Frog. I'm also on YouTube under Fallen Frog, Facebook under Fallen Frog, Twitter if you guys want to follow me. I've been doing this for doing the whole Let's Plays and gameplay video things for a little under a year now, and then do Xbox 360 and starting to do more PC games on my channel. So definitely check that out if that's what you guys like to see. I also, before I let Trevor talk about his stuff, he and I are bros, BFFs, who run a website and do dual streams together at collectedleavings.com, so you guys can check us out there too. Trevor, tell them about yourself.
I am It's Trevorkian on Xbox, Facebook, Twitter. I do Let's Plays, run a website with Frog. I also, just live stream on Twitch under It's Trevorkian. We hang out, just play games and stuff and things, other stuff. I don't really know what else to say about me.
That's all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that. I just brought it in.
Mega HD.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Mega, and I stream on Twitch TV, and I play Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. I play League of Legends, Call of Duty, Legends of Zelda, loads of variety of games. If you want to check out, just click on the link and check it out. It'd be awesome.
All right. Sniper Blades just jumped in. He's been on here, excuse me, guys, before too. He was hosting with me. He's hosted with me a couple of times now. He's a good friend, a fellow streamer as well. So, yep, totally drinking the Mountain Dew, dude. Excuse me. Before we get into the topics, I just want to mention you guys, if you haven't already, do follow Hauppauge Gaming here on Twitch, because we do the podcast every week, and we're always talking about gaming news. We do have done in the past. We do giveaways. We just like to get your guys' feedback as well. We like to have an active chat, and really helps the podcast when you guys get involved and have a lot of questions, and we get to banter and whatnot. So it's a really good time. Also follow Hauppauge on Facebook and Twitter, because those links will be provided in the chat as well, because they're not only is it just advertising for the podcast, but they also share the gameplay videos that we put out, using the PBR2s and the PBR rockets. So and not just us, everyone that Hauppauge sponsors and whatnot. So definitely check those out. Give them a follow. There's all kinds of interesting stuff coming out. So
yay!
Yay! There was much rejoicing. So our first topic that we want to talk about today, if you're playing on PC games, you've probably noticed this if you're a Steam user, but they had an update this week. It's no longer the monochrome blackish hues that it used to be. It's all blue now. They've added all kinds of new stuff. They've added curators, which is a way to kind of recommend different games and different products that are available to other Steam users and your friends. They've tried to, really, it's called the Steam Discovery Update, and it was designed to improve the overall shopping experience. So now you can recommend games to your friends. They don't have a recommended for you page anymore. It's a discovery page that just based on what games you've been playing, what games they think that you'll be able to see. It's pretty much the same thing, but just has a whole new look to it. They got new search filters in place as well for to make it easier to search for the games that you guys want to play. Does anybody? I know Trevor, you've just started using Steam. Really, what do you think of the new update, and Mega HD, you as well? If you guys have any opinions on it.
I have no opinion on it whatsoever, since I literally just got on Steam. So, so far it's awesome, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So I don't know the difference.
Right. What about you, Mega?
Well, I ain't been really using Steam for long, but I do like the new design. Just better, easier to use, better than the old version. I dare say people will like to use this version of Steam than the old version.
Okay.
of Steam.
I like some of the things they're doing with it to, get people using the community features more, and hey Trevor, I saw you've been playing Counter-Strike, maybe you'll like this game. I like being able to, the ways of doing that. But I really liked the old color scheme. I thought it fit well with Steam. I like I don't know, maybe just because I'm a depressing person, but I liked it when it was all black. It just looked, to me it looks nicer. But it's cool. They're trying to branch out. So Sniper Blades did say that the new Steam update is kind of weird, and I prefer the old one since I used it for ages.
Yeah, and then I called him an old man for not liking change.
Manatees has a good point though. I like how organized it is now. It is, they've streamlined a lot of things, and it's easier to find some of the games that you want to see. So that's really good. Really good. That's interesting discussion right there. It's really good.
It's really good. It's good. It's good stuff.
A good way to move into the next topic, which I'm going to let you talk about this one, Trevor, because this is what your experience with Steam has been this week.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Give me a topic I know absolutely nothing about. Well, I did get donated the Valve Complete Pack. Is that what it's called? It's 24 Valve games for $25. I mean, that's pretty sweet. And I just got done before the podcast, just like downloading them all, and I about like crap my pants. I was just like, Jesus, dude, you get Counter-Strike. Let's see, you get 4 Counter-Strikes: Ground Condition 0, Global Offense, Source, Day of Defeat, Half-Life. There's like 95 of those. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. I mean, come on. I about came up my pants right there for Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 on the computer. I was like, I'm in heaven.
Wait till you get to the workshop. You check out the mods.
Dude, I know. I cannot wait. I want to play your CST map. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
I need to find it.
I need to find it. But you also get Portal 2, which I'm not a huge fan. I've only played them on Xbox, but I wasn't a huge fan. I know, Frog, you like them. Team Fortress Classic and Team Fortress 2, which I'm excited about. I want to play those. Those are fun. But let's see here, what else? It's normally, what, $100 asking price? $25 bucks. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this. It's just awesome, and if you have Steam, you need to do it. Right now. Yeah. Right now. Right.
It's every first-party Valve game they've released, and you get them all. 75% off the $100, but if you were to buy all the games individually, it's like $145. So it's even a better value still to get the complete pack, even if you can't get it while it's on sale. But it's $25 for all those games until October 1st. What about you, Mega? Do you play any of the Valve games? Half-Life, Counter-Strike, Portal, Left 4 Dead?
The only game I've played is Left 4 Dead and Counter-Strike.
Thoughts?
No comment.
No comment? Okay. Another one of the, like, we just barely touched on it with the Steam Workshop when we mentioned it there, Trevor, but like one of the huge selling points to this pack is, all the Valve games do come with the Source Engine SDK, so you can make your own maps, you can make your own character models, you can, import your own things into the game. You can import things that other people have made into the game.
I knew that. But see, Frog, you know more about this than I do.
Yeah, exactly. He mentioned earlier a CST map I made. That was the place I used to work at that I literally built in the Source Engine and in Left 4 Dead so that I could kill zombies in the call center that I used to work at. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to show off. I never put it online to download because I never finished it. But yeah, I'm going to try to find that. It's just one of those fun things that you can do that, Valve does for, they let you play with the same toys that they use to make their games. So it's really interesting, and if you have the the Valve Complete Pack, you can pretty much go on almost any of the maps in Gary's mod. You've got all the resources necessary to play that game and other games like that use a lot of these games use the same chair file. It'll be the same chair file that you find in Left 4 Dead 2. It's been used in Portal 2. And you can switch swap. It's really cool. A lot of fun to have just even the games themselves. So definitely something to check out. And I know Rolly said it's a great package. It's an awesome package. I've had it for a few years now, back when it went on sale a long time ago, before Left 4 Dead 2. I think Left 4 Dead 2 Left 4 Dead 2 had just came out, and that's when I got the pack. So it was the last game. So definitely jump on that, guys.
I'm excited to try it out.
I did just put a free mod. You can download any of the mods in the workshop for free. I did just put a mod in Left 4 Dead 2 that changes the tank from a tank to Shrek. And he has Shrek quotes. I can't wait to check it out. And my flashlight is now Nicolas Cage's face.
That's awesome.
It's creepy.
It's creepy.
All right. So, okay. Next topic is about Blizzard. Do you play World of Warcraft, Mega?
I don't know. I played League of Legends though.
League of Legends. Do you want to talk about how Blizzard made the news this week?
I have no idea, dude. Oh, okay. Basically, guys, Blizzard cancelling Titan might have cost the company $50 million or more. The market is just not in place. Where can you have with games with 7+ year development? And that's all I've got to say.
That's what all I have to say about that.
Yeah. I'll elaborate a little bit on that. They never officially announced their next game being Titan, but Blizzard has been working on a new MMO for the last 7+ years. They've been working on this game. This game called Project Titan. It was going to be like probably a lot of what Destiny was hyped to be. MMO in space, going to different planets and whatnot. They
kind of sounds like Destiny.
It really does, yeah. World of Warcraft in space. But they did just cancel that game this week. They announced that they had canceled it. And a lot of analysts are saying that they invested, up to $50 million or more into it.
If not more. There's somebody
yeah.
saying 140 million in just salaries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they had teams of 100, 200 people working on it, and they got maybe $100,000 a year they made. All that work that they put into it, though, they can use that for future projects. And Blizzard's been known to cancel games that they've shown off. StarCraft Ghost for original Xbox, I remember had a lot of hype around it back when I was still reading magazines. It'd be on the cover of the magazines and whatnot, and that was one of them that they gave the axe really quickly too. But really, I mean, just sometimes it's better to cancel a project altogether than just to release something that's going to harm your reputation. Blizzard does have they are known for high quality games. They've
plus all that experience that their teams gotten over the past 7+ years, they could just take to other projects. Like maybe making a WoW 2, hint hint. Or making a Diablo, or making another game that's way better than Titan, whatever the hell that was going to be.
Right. Yeah. So, there's probably fans out there that are sad to hear the news that Titan's gone, but who knows what is going to come out of this. So, and one of the things I read in the article that they mentioned was Blizzard is probably going to step away from the 7-year development cycle, because the whole game development scene, things change so rapidly that we as gamers, we're into this right now at this moment, but then something else comes along. It's like, oh, we love this now. This is what we want. And they could easily go the way of Duke Nukem Forever. That's what I'm saying.
Right. That had major hype, and then just came out the gate and bombed.
And it felt like an old game when it came out too. It didn't feel like it was a new game. It just felt like, wow, this would have been awesome 10 years ago. This would have blown everything away. But as it is now, okay.
Yeah.
They're talking about
Halo.
Halo.
In the original Xbox, apparently. I don't know. Titanfall sucked by Destiny is amazing. And Destiny's alright.
Destiny's okay.
It got overhyped, I think.
It did.
I think that's a problem with a lot of games now. They get overhyped and they don't live up to expectation.
It has a lot of promise though too. Bungie, I got faith in Bungie.
No, I'm not
put out some
saying
updates,
that
it'll be good. Yeah.
it's gonna bomb or anything. I'm just I don't know. It just came out the gate with the bigger hype and bigger expectations than I thought it had. It's not as good of a game as they said it was gonna be. It's fun, but
Yeah. We'll get back into Destiny a little bit later.
yeah.
I don't want to
I don't want to rant.
exhaust everything in my mind about Destiny right now.
Yeah.
Real quick, guys, don't forget, as we tell you every time, send your feedback. Let us know how the podcast is. Let us know what things you like, what you don't like, what stories you want to see, just whatever you can, whatever your feedback is. You can send that to streamteam@hauppauge.com. You guys can shoot them an email. You can send Joe a message. You can send me a message, Trevor a message, Mega HD a message. We'll go up the channels. We'll make sure your feedback gets heard. We do go through that.
We'll just keep emailing it up the chain until it gets to where it needs to go.
Exactly. Yeah. So let us know what you guys want to see, and ways we can improve it, and what we're doing right, and what maybe what you want to see in the future. That's all I have to say about that.
And is this a Forrest Gump day?
It really is.
It really is.
I got my magic shoes on. They're gonna take me anywhere. Actually, I'm not wearing shoes.
I'm not wearing shoes.
So, before we go back into Destiny, one thing I've always wanted was to be able to sell my DLC through like a GameStop app on Xbox or PlayStation, whatever. They got all these apps: Twitch app, MLB app, ESPN app, all these Hulu, Netflix, all this stuff that it just seems like it would be a good fit, right? To be able to.
I would like to be able to resell or sell your any downloaded content. Not just games and DLC. For said games, because I know you want to trade in, you want to sell Call of Duty Ghosts, but you can't because you downloaded it.
Yep.
So it's like we should be able to do that. We should be able to resell games that it's like, well, I bought it, it was fun, but now I don't want it. So,
Halo Militia wants to hear Patrick Warburton.
Simi's not here. We can't do that yet.
I'll welcome Simi with that. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Anyway, GameStop is trying to do that. They're trying to make it to be able to where you can sell your used digital copies of games on your Xbox and PlayStation, but so far PlayStation has refused to comment on the possibility of allowing them to do that on the console. Xbox believes in digital redistribution or distribution, but they haven't said anything on the potential of trading and reselling DLC at the time. So I mean, it's in the talks, but there's something that they would have to have, which is a partnership between retailers and publishers. They'd have to, Square Enix, PlayStation, Xbox, all those guys would have to be in one unison thing. I don't know what the hell to call it. To be able to do that, or else it'd just fail across the board.
Mega HD will be back soon. But we'll keep going, Trevor. It's fine. But
I didn't know he left.
We'll get him back in here. But PlayStation representatives, they've declined to comment on any possibility of having digital content be resold. But Xbox has been actually more. They've been more vocal about it, saying they do believe in digital distribution, and they see the potential of trading and reselling DLC.
Sorry, guys.
So that's fine. Welcome back. We still don't have your cam.
Really?
No cam.
Let's do now.
Unless you got the Steam update on your face. Because it was just your blue logo. But it's okay. No.
So I mean, what do you guys think in the chat about reselling DLC and stuff like that?
I think it's bad, to be honest.
No, it's sad. Is all they
There
want to
you
know is if I'm playing on Steam with you tonight, or on the stream with you tonight.
Yes.
I think it's bad that GameStop wanting to sell used console DLC. I think it's bad.
You think it's
Wanting
bad
to-
to resell your DLC?
Yeah, because it's like basically it's like for example, you got a game, you've used the DLC, and then you're selling it, and they can't get the DLC. So they're basically buying something that they're not getting, basically.
What if you bought a song on Rock Band that you weren't happy with it? You were completely, completely disgusted by it. So you had the opportunity to resell it and get half of the $3 you spent on it. You get $1.50 back or something like that, and you can go use that towards future DLC. The used DLC it's not going to be like a used disc-based game, so someone's not going to download the used DLC and most likely have any problems with it being able to run.
Right.
I think it's good.
I think it's awesome.
Especially for gamers on a budget, if we have a chance to get those Rock Band songs used at a cheaper price, $2 instead of $3,
right.
and GameStop gets the money.
Here's my thing. They should do when you say you bought a game, or a Rock Band song, right?
Yep.
You should have this, the 30-day return policy or whatever, like they do, or a week or whatever it is, and then you get your full refund. But if it's after that, then you get half or 3/4 or whatever, you know what I mean? I think that would be better, but I doubt they would do that. They'd probably just cut it straight in half. No return policy or anything like that. But I think it's a good idea. Sniper Blades thinks that it's an awesome idea too.
Yeah, he also thinks
So
that
does-
I would
What?
sell every DLC back that I could if I would get one due for every DLC. And that's just not true, because I like being able to buy due in stores to keep the company afloat.
Keep the company afloat.
But I do love me some Mountain Dew.
Who doesn't?
But yeah, I think it would be great. I think it would. I know a lot of people have been wanting the Mass Effect 3 ending or whatever to go on sale, and when you're waiting on those sales, and if you don't have the funds available, it'd be nice to have that option. You go to the store or buy a code online from GameStop, use your points for it. I would have loved that in high school. That would have been awesome back when I didn't have a job, or if I was living at home or something. You enjoy buying them? I enjoy them for free. Yeah. Rage face. Moving on. Shall we?
Destiny.
You want to talk about that, Trevor? I got a fly in my face.
You got a fly in your face. All right. He's distracted. So, another loot cave has been found in Destiny. Bungie shut down the first one. I mean, real quick, as soon as they found it, and people were starting to take advantage of it. Now there's another one that somebody has found, and they haven't shut it down yet. I'm wondering why. But they're also saying, they were saying the reason for shutting down the first one is that shooting at a black hole for hours on end isn't our dream for how Destiny is played. And it's yeah, but you also, I mean, I don't know. I have mixed emotions about this
You're
game.
torn.
A loot cave is awesome because it'll help you out, and you can get shit, and it'll. Oh, sorry, Joe. But at the same time, I kind of find it as a cheat. I mean, you're just spamming and exploiting the game to level yourself up instead of actually playing the game how it's supposed to be played. Old school. You know what I mean? I still hate people that use cheats in, Mario. It's come on, man, just beat the game the original way. The way the game is intended, because that's the best way to do it. But anyway, I'm just old school like that. So, I haven't
Played
used the loot
Destiny yet?
cave.
Mega?
Me?
Hmm?
Oh, Mega.
Oh, that's Mega.
I was we played Destiny, dude. Come on.
What
Do
did
you
you say?
have
Sorry.
Have you
Do I
played
have
Destiny?
Destiny? No, I haven't played Destiny yet.
Okay.
All I've got to say about Destiny is I think Destiny is more for a next-gen console than for the 360 or the PS3. I think, in my opinion,
Okay.
because it runs at 60 FPS, which is smoother. The quality is better, and it's more competitive as well. There'll be more people on it, as well. On the 360, it runs at 30 FPS and not so smooth.
Okay. Yeah, the way I feel about the loot cave is I agree with Destiny. Like, it doesn't seem to be what they set out to do. Have people just, spawn kill the enemies and getting the best loot, which of course is going to happen. And as soon as they nixed that one, people were going to find another one. And it's going to keep happening. This story is not going to change. It's going to be the same story for a little while until everyone migrates from Destiny to whatever else. But I think, like I've said earlier, Destiny has a lot of promise. They, as long as they keep coming out with the updates and they keep listening to their fans, and getting that feedback, I think Destiny can be somewhere where I can actually, for the most part, enjoy it. Like, I have a good enough time playing it, but that's really about as far as I feel. It's just good enough. It's like, yeah, this passes as a game. I can see where it is fun, and it's fun to hang out with your friends, but I feel like there's always a friend who gets left out because there's only 3-person fire teams, and then I don't know. It's just a lot of hype, but good game, good groundwork for a good game, a good franchise. So
I can see where Destiny has potential to take off and be a lot more awesome. You know what I mean? Because like you said, right now it's like, man, I could play it or not play it. It's it's just like every other first-person shooter. It's like the three-man fire team is some horse beep, because it's like, why would you make a 3-man fire team? All consoles are at least 4 players. Why would you just like, it's like, come on guys, first night, Destiny just came out, let's go play. And he brings 4 of his buddies, and then one of your buddies just has to sit out and like twiddle his thumbs because Destiny's only 3 players. Sorry, unless you want to play the Crucible. Yeah,
you want to get slaughtered by everybody who's been looting the cave for an entire week while you've been going to work and doing other stuff, because that's really how the multiplayer seems to work to me in the Crucible. Is whoever's got the best guns, they're doesn't, if you get a headshot and he gets a headshot at the same time, his gun's doing 500 damage, whereas yours is doing 40. He's going to take you down. Doesn't matter who shot better, whose skill was better. It's just who played the game more. Which, let's talk about some Hauppauge. Let's talk about the Hauppauge products that we use and own and what we like about them. I want to start with Mega. Mega, what do you use for your videos, and what do you like about it? How long,
I use the Hauppauge HDP2 Gaming Edition. I think it's a good capture card, to be honest. 1080p. You don't have to use a lot of cables, just simple HDMI in, HDMI out, USB port, PS3 component cables. It's quite small. People consider it as a brick. But I think it's a good capture card to start out in recording and live streaming. The software is also good. You can now add a face cam to your live streams or your videos. I really think it's a really good capture card.
Trevor?
Yeah, I get to go. Sweet. I'm just all sidetracked reading chat, Firehawk shit up, so I was all like focused in on that. I use the HD PVR2 Gaming Edition, same as Frog, because I got mine from Frog. And I honestly, without Frog and without my Hauppauge, I would not be where I am today, doing streaming on Twitch, making YouTube videos, and just generally having a good time hanging out with other gamers in the community. I wouldn't be here on the podcast, so I don't know. It's awesome. If you're thinking about getting a capture card, you get the either get the rocket, which I haven't used, but I'm sure it's fucking awesome. I censor myself, and or get the HD PVR2 gaming edition because it's awesome, and you will do great, cool things with it, like I have, and like Frog has.
You will.
And Mega, I haven't watched your videos, but I'm sure you have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and Manatees, I see your comment. Mention Elgato one more time and we will ban you. You're entitled to your opinion, sir. Unfortunately, they're wrong. I use HD PVR2, like they said, like Trevor said. I've been using it for less than a year. I bought my HD PVR2 last November, and it's actually the same one that Trevor has now. When I got my tax refund, I was like, you know what, buying a new computer. I'm just gonna pick up another PVR2 while I'm here, and this way Trevor can start making videos with me. And that's when we started, taking our whole collected leavings venture a little more seriously, and started, that's when we first got on Twitch. Our first experience on Twitch together was together back in March.
Kinda on the Hauppauge channel.
It wasn't. They weren't doing a podcast. We got invited to do a 2v2 competition with a couple of other guys who were doing Hauppauge at the time, and we did Call of Duty Ghosts, 2 versus 2.
And we won.
We won. We smoked them, and we had a great time hanging out afterwards. And we beat them so bad that they're not here anymore, and we are.
Hey-o.
All jokes aside, though, Hauppauge is awesome. They've been really great, and I've actually just recently got the PBR Rocket and taking that for test spin soon. Did an unboxing video. It's a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller than the PBR. It's portable. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Okay, we're not pimping McDonald's, dude.
But yeah, what I like most about it is just what it allows you to do. Like, you take your gameplay footage, you get raw gameplay footage that you can share with others online. I've met so many incredible people who a lot of you have shown up today in the chat, so thanks you guys. From Trevor and channel, my channel, Mega HD, your fans and followers, and everyone who just comes by the Hauppauge Gaming Podcast. We really appreciate it. That's what's opened the door for me to meet cool people like yourselves. And
Joe,
Stream Team Joe, yeah, he's okay.
He's all right.
So yeah, it's just really cool, the doors that it's opened just by something as simple as playing games on your couch, and then once you unlock that with external hardware, amazing things happen. So and you can hear stories just like ours, if you follow Hauppauge on Twitter and Facebook. They're always sharing stories, and if that's really the best part about it, is the whole community aspect, is because there's my unboxing video that I did yesterday. Thanks, Joe. Told you he was okay. But anyway, so just the whole community aspect, they give you an outlet and an audience to help share some of your work and get noticed, which is really cool. Yeah. We all like Hauppauge. We'll move on, right?
Right.
Finally, someone says something. Okay. Thanks, Mega.
No worries.
Sorry, I was typing out a message to Sniper Blades.
Oh, because that's important.
Yeah, he's sending me like 2 cases of Diet Mountain Dew, so yes, it is important.
All right.
How much like Mountain Dew?
We'll go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and keep moving on. Keep moving forward. This holiday season is almost upon us, and GameStop is looking to hire 25,000 seasonal workers this year. That's thousands more than they wanted last year, apparently. The reason why I'm, chose this story to bring it to you guys is, a lot of gamers, like, it'd be nice to have some extra cash during the holidays to, show some love to your family members. Hey, Fusion. What's up, buddy? Speaking of showing love.
Yeah, showing love. Yeah, it's awesome because if you get a job at GameStop, they give you their 15% discount. So I am most definitely applying for this job since I need a job. So I might as well work at GameStop because that's what I like to do.
Exactly. Yeah, you could get paid to talk about video games all day.
And street pass people all day long, dude. Oh, I'd be in heaven.
why just play games when you can work with them? That's right, Joe. So, yeah, the part-time employment, this lasts from October 6th through January 9th of 2015. You'll average about 10 to 15 hours a week. That includes days, nights, and weekends. But you guys can apply right now if you go to GameStop, just GameStop.com, go to their careers page, fill out an application. They also have plans to bring on 250 consumer electronic technicians within their refurbished operation center. Because every time you trade in a console, they make sure it works and they send it off if it doesn't. And they'll, repair broken consoles and they sell those used, and they're looking to hire some people for those centers as well as distribution centers in Grapevine, Texas, and Louisville, Kentucky. So they're actually going through the applications right now, and that's going to continue through the middle of October. So be quick if you guys do want to have a chance to get on at GameStop staff. And who knows, you may ever even become a full-time employee once if they like you.
Yeah, yeah. I was talking to some of the GameStop guys here last year, right after they had stopped hiring. Just because I was in there, and I was like, "Oh, dude, can I get a job? I want another job. I want to work at GameStop." They're like, "Dude, we've hired 3 people at just that one store from seasonal help. So, I mean, if they like you and you turn out better than their full-time help, they will most definitely get rid of their full-time help to put you on if you know your stuff." You know what I mean? Like, they like, all you have to know is games, and how to run a basic computer, and they will be like, "Yo, you're hired, and this guy sucks, so we're gonna get rid of him and put you in." So that's at least what I'm hoping for when I get there.
Yep. Mega, you got any thoughts?
I haven't, no. No thoughts at all.
Oh, thank the Lord, I just stopped my computer from restarting. Holy macaroni, that was close. I don't know why, it just popped up a thing and was like, "Hey, do you want to restart your computer?" No.
Well, Mega, do you want to talk about Xbox One Sunset Overdrive?
Basically, guys, the Xbox One Sunset Overdrive runs in 900p at 30 frames. I'm guessing that's 30 frames per second. Games upcoming, Xbox One inclusive open world gaming Sunset Overdrive will output in 900p at 30 frames per second. Studio president confirmed Thursday, speaking at EXG, I'm guessing that's Eurogamer in London. Price outlined why he thinks that was the right move for the game. Now, basically, in the interview, Price confirmed the Sunset Overdrive is the biggest game has ever made. It's the biggest game ever made. It's not only just a big world, however, but it's also full of stuff to do. So, basically, guys, play it for a couple of times, find everything it has to offer. You can continue playing after the end of the game, and we don't imagine people will unlock everything the first time through. And yeah, guys, basically.
It kind of sounds like a modern, like a Skyrim or even Fable. Open world. You could beat the boss and then go back through the world and still find stuff. Play it multiple times and still keep finding new things over and over again. Has a tack eyebrow. But
I just read that.
Didn't they?
Sorry.
Aren't they releasing Xbox One console in Sunset Overdrive? It's like all white and it's gonna be like $400. Because I'm pretty sure we reviewed that a few weeks ago when me and you were on. We were going through all the Xbox Ones that they've announced that they're releasing.
Yep, that was definitely one of them. It's going to be $400. It doesn't come with Kinect, but yeah, it comes with a copy of Sunset Overdrive. I was watching the trailer for this earlier, and this game looks sick. It was like a developer IGN interview, and he was talking about he was kind of explaining why they went with the 30 frames per second was and the 900p. He said just basically because there's so much on screen, they have so much content going on, and one of the things they mentioned was that if you can see it, you can go there, which is exactly what Bungie said about Destiny. It's what Peter Molyneux has said about every single game that he's ever released. If you don't know who he is, he made Fable. You know, like the first Fable was going to have trees that grow over time, and you know they got cut. Always cutting stuff, you know. So the hype train is real, you know, with all these developers. But as far as this game itself, though, like it reminded me of a third-person Team Fortress Tony Hawk shooter.
Like, Tony Hawk shooter.
Straight up, like parkour. They said one of the things, like, he was like, in this video, you see the guy is attacking and he's on the ground and he's getting swarmed by all these. Enemies. He was like, we have a mentality in the office that the floor is lava. So if you get on the floor, you're going to get swarmed and you're going to die. So that's why we allow you to run around, and like you can run along the walls, you're running up the walls, and they want you to keep shooting while you're doing all this. But he's jumping on power lines, sort of like Infamous, and it's like he's grinding around just like in Tony Hawk. It looks really cool. He said, you know, they talked about how all these games coming out, you know, everything focuses on realism. And what they wanted to do was take the realism out, and they're like, we're making a video game. Let's have fun with it.
And I like that. I cannot wait for this game to come out. I want to try it. It looks awesome.
It does, yeah. It looks like it'd be just a fun time, you know, like it's something new, something different. And
you know, it's got that Skyrim open world, which I like. You know, I mean, if you can see it, you can go. I like that. It's a shooting game, so that's a bonus. You know, get to blow stuff up, shoot people. You know, that's always fun. And
I would definitely give it a go.
Yeah, most definitely. I can't wait. I have to get an Xbox One first, but you know, I'm working on that.
Yeah. And, you know, 30 frames per second, as long as it's a stable 30 frames per second, it'll be fine. 60 would obviously be better, but as long as it doesn't stutter when, you know, you get more than 5 enemies on screen, there's really.
I think they did it for a reason. I mean.
Yeah. One of the things that the article mentioned that the latest June update that unlocked more horsepower for developers on Xbox One, they really utilize that. So
yeah,
they're probably pushing it to its limits just because it's a new machine and they don't, you know, they haven't optimized how to develop for it yet either. Firehawk thinks he'd get bored very quickly. He'd rather see, you know, rather have more than 40 frames. He wants a smoother game.
He basically wants it at like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
For it to be really smooth.
He probably wants, and you know, Firehawk's, I've talked to him a lot, yeah. Same boat, you know, like rather than just having a bunch of stuff on screen at once, like make sure it all has a purpose. Make sure it all has, you know, there's something to do. You know, don't just have a bunch of clutter on there just for the sake of having, oh, we've got over 900 objects on screen at once. Like, yeah, stability is important. That's the key. You know, the game has to be playable because gameplay trumps graphics, story, everything. You know, it all hinges on that gameplay, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. All right, moving on.
Moving on. I've already said all I had to say about this.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll move on. Speaking of games that work, Bayonetta 2 has just released in Japan. It's getting glowing reviews. Edge magazine gave it a 10 out of 10. It's getting, you know, solid 8s, 9s, and 10s all around the board. It's supposed to be an awesome, great game. Sadly, they released it exclusively on Wii U. Platinum Games did. It's being published by Nintendo as well. They've only sold 39,000 copies. And then just to put that in comparison, you know, the original Bayonetta sold 138,000 copies, but that was split amongst PS3 and Xbox 360, and that was its first week. I played the demo of Bayonetta 1, and it was really fun. It was a really smooth, fluid fighting game, a lot like Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, God of War, any of those third-person hack-and-slash adventure games. But you're some sexy librarian chick whose hair turns into weapons and your costume, and you know, as you took more damage, your costume would like reveal more skin. It's, you know, straight up Japanese content.
Heyo.
But yeah, it's kind of weird that it would be on Nintendo. You know, like Nintendo would push for that, but that's probably part of their drive to get more hardcore, mature gamers over to the Wii U. And I think really that's where they messed up, is putting it on Wii U only.
I think it should be on I think it should be on all the consoles, not just the Wii, because I think it's a case of everyone would like to try out this game, and it being on the Wii U, I don't think like a lot of people do play on the Wii U.
Yeah,
so it's not going to be good for anyone else.
One of the other things that is really hindering it right now is over in Japan. You know, Smash Brothers is already out, and Smash Brothers for 3DS sold 1 million copies just in its first 2 days. That's currently dominating all the sales charts over there. So, you know, maybe Nintendo will have better luck when they release Bayonetta 2 over here on October 4th and over in Europe, but I don't see it happening, really. You know, personally, I think if they were, you know, if Platinum Games was to port it over to Xbox One, PS4, PC, even last gen, even Xbox 360 and PS3, they would probably get more sales, just especially for people who didn't pick up Bayonetta 1 on launch day but loved it, you know, picked it up later on used. You know, they're still on that same console. They, you know, there's your audience, not the parents who bought a Wii U for their kids so they can play, you know, Pikmin and Mario. Right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've never played this game, so I mean, their audience are people that, you know, somebody besides me.
People without attack eyebrows. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's move on to Hauppauge products. Let's actually talk about, you know, what the products can do, what they are. Mega, would you like to talk about the HD PVR2?
Yeah,
I mean, we all
of course.
much use them, but
So with the HD PVR2 gaming edition, guys, if you're streaming Xbox, you only need 2 HDMI cables, 1 HDMI in, 1 HDMI out, and then you get a power supply. So you have a plug into the socket, and then obviously plug into the HDVR. It can run in 1080p. It can run on Windows and Mac. You can record game chat. As I say, Xbox and the PS3. Only thing with PS3 is you need 1 HDMI cable, and the rest is just components. And then you can stream to whether you want, YouTube, Twitch, Ustream, and obviously the HD PVR G Plus can record in 5.1 surround sound, and the HD PVR 2 cannot.
okay, yep. Trevor, why don't you tell us about the Rocket, so we can know what sets it apart.
What sets it apart?
Tell our viewers.
No, well, I want to tell you, Frog. All right, so the HD PVR Rocket, I don't own one, so I don't know a whole lot about it, but it can record up to 1080p. It can be used on a Mac. It does not record in 5.1 surround sound. It's compatible with the Xbox and PlayStation. The biggest thing about it is portable. You can take it wherever, record gameplay, take it home, upload it. You're awesome. Me and Frog are planning on using his for a proper dual stream. Because we dual stream like once or twice a week, so that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to try that out. Others are sleepover. I'll bring my Ninja Turtle onesies. What's up? Others are wired and used only for recording games, not live streaming. So that way you could live stream from the Rocket. It's pretty awesome. I know Sergeant Zombie Peppers uses her and her boyfriend, or whatever he is. I don't know. They use hers to dual stream, same as me and Frog are planning on doing. It's also got a new feature. This is new. Stream Easy support for the Rocket. Stream up to Twitch and YouTube. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. That's all I know. That's all I know about that.
Back to Forrest Gump. Love it. So yeah, excuse me. So pretty much they're two sides of the same coin. So your PVR2 family, which consists of PVR2, 2 Gaming Edition, and then the 2 Gaming Edition Plus, which does do the 5.1 surround sound. That's, if you're going to be a homebody and you're not going to really take your console anywhere, be perfect for you. You just hook it up, leave it there, it's ready to go. Anytime you're ready to start recording, you just hit the button in the corner, your recordings are good to go. And then the Rocket, it's portable, so you can do the same thing over at your buddy's house. You can go home and you upload your footage from there. But yeah, like Trevor said, you can now stream with the Rocket as well, because both devices do use the Hauppauge capture software. That it's a free download on Hauppauge's website. You can get that, and what it allows you to do is it does all your recordings. You'll be recording your gameplay through that program, but you can also edit your clips. You can trim them. You can upload straight to YouTube from the program, and you can stream with StreamEase. It's built into the program to work for the PBR2 or the Rocket. So you get all those features. That's all free right out of the box. And they did just release that, as part of that feedback thing I was telling you guys about earlier, listen to your fans. Hauppauge did listen. They added the face cam feature. So now you can directly onto your gameplay clips, you can record your webcam footage. That way you can do your live commentary, and it's all in real time. So if you're playing, if you're playing scary games and you want those jump scares to get filmed, you can do that now right out of the box. You don't have to, so if you're thinking about picking up a game capture device, and you do pick up a Hauppauge, you're going to be set right out the box as soon as you get home. And Mega mentioned you do need 2 HDMI cables. They give you one in the box. So if you've already got your console hooked up to your television, you go home, you've got your brand new capture device, you pull it out. It's going to have the HDMI cable, the other HDMI cable you're going to need. You're not going to have to worry about that. You just literally, it's plug and play, install the software, you're good to go. So definitely check that out, guys. If you're using Hauppauge products, you're probably already using capture. It's wonderful. It's wonderful what they've done. And would also like to mention, if you don't have a PBR2, but maybe you have the older PBR1, there's a trade-in program that Hauppauge does. So if you want to trade it in and get the new hardware, you can do that. You can trade in and pay off the difference. And yes, it does capture desktop gameplay. There is no watermark. No. You can actually, that's one of the features that you can do. You can put in your own face cam. You can put on your own watermark as well. So I could throw on my Fallen Frog logo or Trevor's Trevorkian logo, the Hauppauge Gaming logo. We could put that anywhere we want to on the on the gameplay clips, and it will be there anytime you record. So it's really cool. And you can make it transparent if you want. You can have it so the gameplay shows through. They give you that's full customization. You can do whatever you want with your footage once you get it recorded. You just got to record it. Oh yeah, I'll let you talk about this one, Trevor, because throughout the week we've been getting lots of questions. Red Dragon, Halo Militia, pay attention.
I'm actually blocking this out. I don't want to see the video. Can't see it. All right. We are now going to be talking about WWE 2K15. Can't wait. I only have $15 left on my pre-order, and then I get Steam. Anyway, the first gameplay trailer showcases Hulk Hogan, John Cena, and more. I don't know who else. Apparently says Undertaker, Randy Orton. I haven't watched it. I'm sure it's just like every other wrestling game. So just better graphics and more wrestlers. But I'm excited. I can't wait till it comes out. I'm going to play it, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to knock Dragon down finally. Just beat him down, because every time I play him in 2.14, he just beats the crap out of me. Anyway, just, what was it, last week? Just a couple days ago, they said that they're delaying the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 for 2K15 just a couple weeks, which sucks. People are debating also if this footage is from the Xbox One or PlayStation 4, because apparently it looks amazing. It's amazingly detailed, and I don't know. I did not watch it. But I'm assuming it probably is, because, I mean, if you're going to show off a game, why not show it off to the best of its ability, which would be the Xbox One or PlayStation 4. But, man, I'm excited. I can't wait. But I mean, there's not really much news about this, unfortunately.
Yep. Not a lot. The trailer did look pretty. far as sweaty guys in a squared circle
Grabbing
goes.
each other,
But,
manhandling each other.
Showed off a lot of fan favorites, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Undertaker, Sting. Sting was there at the very end, making his appearance, showing off his bat. Randy Orton, all that jazz. Do you do wrestling games, Mega?
When I was young, I'd always play WWE. That was the game I'd always bang out. And I'm thinking of getting into K15. I've noticed as Fallen and Trevor said about new wrestlers coming into the game. There's also like Eddie Guerrero. They're bringing back all the old people that was in it from day one. So basically, the big great giant, whatever his name was now, forgot. Kane, he's in it as well. Eddie Guerrero. There's loads of new people in the game and old people, and I can't wait. I think the graphics are going to be amazing. The game's going to be amazing. The road to WrestleMania is going to be amazing. I just can't wait for the game.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been into wrestling games. The Nintendo 64, that was the heyday for me. PS2, the SmackDown series was really good. They were, had more to work with, so the storylines and, the different modes were really, they were really getting there. It was really fun. That's the most enjoyment I get out of wrestling now is just through the video games. So I'll definitely come over and play it with Trevor whenever he gets his copy. I don't know if I'm, probably not going to buy it myself, but
they upgrade the belts now as well. So like, if there's ever a new title belt that comes out, it's like example, there's a new WWE Championship belt on the TV. They'll be updating it on the game as well. So they're updating every single title, every single finisher, every single tag team moves. They're updating every single thing on WWE, which is also good.
I see what you put, Trevor. So there's been a little bit of a debate in the chat about why it's been delayed on 360, or no, I'm sorry, Xbox One and PS4. And then as far as like CM Punk, because I have read and heard about CM Punk suing the WWE. We don't really know. They haven't really announced a reason why.
Yeah, but that's not the reason why they're delaying it on Xbox One and PS4, because if that was the reason, they would delay it on all systems.
Yeah, if that was the reason, yeah, they would have to.
Because he's in the game, so they would delay everything until the lawsuit was over, if that was the reason, but it's not. So
yeah, that's not the.
They haven't announced really why. As far as I could tell, I've been trying to keep up on the news, just because. I like the wrestling games. I'm not an actual fan of wrestling anymore in, watching it on television or anything. But I am a fan of the game, so I keep up on the news, and I haven't really seen anything as to why they're delaying it. But that sucks for them, but I'm getting it on 360, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
Well, good way to put it.
Just catching up on chat, okay. So,
yeah, this next news story is going to be a doozy.
yeah, this one is, in case you guys hadn't heard, we'll just go ahead and move on. If you guys have comments about WWE, you guys throw them up every week, even when we're not talking about it, so do your thing.
Do your thing.
But anyway, kind of Call of Duty. It's related to Call of Duty, a good Call of Duty, Black Ops 2. Activision is actually... they're getting sued by Manuel Noriega from Panama. He's a former dictator of Panama. He's filed a lawsuit against Activision because of the way he was portrayed in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, Activision has, they've moved to dismiss the lawsuit on the grounds of free speech, which is true. He's on, they're just telling a story, and they are exercising their free speech. I feel I'm not really a voice that can give them any sway in the courtroom, but they do have U.S. Attorney and former Mayor of New York City Rudy Giuliani on their side. He claims it's he claims their lawsuit is not theirs. Noriega's lawsuit is absolutely absurd, and he actually concluded his own statement. He had released an official statement on the subject. He concluded it with Noriega's attack on the rights of Call of Duty comes as no surprise, considering he's a lawless tyrant who trampled over the rights of his own people. And as far as I'm aware, Manuel Noriega, he's like in prison now. He's in
prison.
He's not a free man. He's been caught. His people, I mean, they locked him up, and now he's mad because stories getting out and Call of Duty is making money off of it, which I don't know. They might have a case in using his likeness or something. I haven't actually played the storyline of Black Ops 2, so I don't know.
It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but he is in the game. The only leg he has to stand on is his likeness and his name. That's it, because they are using their free speech. So I mean, if that's even a leg to stand on, but the funniest part of this is them having former mayor and U.S. Attorney General, Attorney General, U.S. Attorney Mayor Giuliani. That's hilarious. Oh my god, it's just that's hilarious. I almost want to watch like the courtroom proceedings and stuff with just so I could see Giuliani. It would be hilarious.
Right. Yes, Rolly, I did play Goat Simulator today, and I lolled. It was funny.
And I lolled.
I've never tried Boat Simulator actually.
But yeah. There's not. Do you have anything to add to the story, Mega?
Well,
About Black Ops.
I have played the Black Ops 2 campaign, but in my opinion, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I just think it's a bit silly of someone trying to sue Activision over something silly.
Yeah, it's like almost as absurd as Lindsay Lohan suing Rockstar. Really.
Yeah,
So.
it is pretty absurd. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Who knows how this will work out?
We'll see.
If Activision gets sued, there's no more Call of Duty.
I don't know.
There'll be way more.
Microsoft will buy Call of Duty.
Yeah,
That was their big push for Xbox One. Dogs.
Call of Duty is a franchise that I don't think will ever die, unless people just start hating it and stop buying it.
Yeah.
If they keep on in the way of Ghosts, if they make another Ghost, then the franchise will be on the downslope. But if they make another game that's like Black Ops or Black Ops 2, then I think they'll be on the uprise again.
Yep. So, moving on, we've got a story about Sony's virtual world of PlayStation Home, sadly closing its doors after 6 years. Do either of you have any experience with PlayStation Home on PlayStation?
I have.
You have? Okay. Do you want to?
I'll go for it.
Discuss this. Cool.
Basically, PlayStation Home was not a game, but it was for where people could communicate and make new friends online on PlayStation, where you could play bowling or just talk or go into a theatre and watch movies, just making friends. And it's now basically just closing down. It's at its time, it's at its past. And I think it's going to be missed because not only it's brought people together on Sony to meet new people and play new games with, but it's basically not gonna be, best way to put it, it's not gonna be the same when it's closed, basically.
Yeah, I messed around with Home for a little bit when I had a PS3. For anybody who doesn't have any idea what it is or had no experience with it, it's just basically it's like a built-in app in the PS3 that it's supposed to be like a Second Life type of experience. You can go in and chat with other PS3 users and meet new people online, and you have your avatar. You build an apartment, and you can get new content to decorate your apartment and go visit
Is
other
it kind
people
of like
online.
the Wii U home?
No.
Where, I mean, you have your little avatar and you can wander around, and there's like a train, and you can like, do app stuff.
Kind of, but there's restricted areas you can go in. Like you can go into, say, like a shopping mall, but then you can't enter outside or something because they've blocked it off. But yeah,
there's a lot of it's just this giant open world full of missed opportunities, just like everything Sony's ever done, really. As far as I'm concerned.
basically.
They announced it back, back in 2007. It was at a Game Developers Conference. Was when they revealed it, and they launched it in 2008. And they've tried numerous times over the years to give it an overhaul, relaunch it. Add all kinds of. They do add new content to it, and try to make it enjoyable. But it's really like even my time with it, it was just like I was really excited to jump in and check out and see what it was. But then when I did, I was like, well, this is kind of bland. It's just really kind of bland, and there's not a whole lot going on. And then you're just like, well, it'd be cool if I could do this or this, but you can't. Why can't I? They do have a bunch of loyal followers who have stuck around with them throughout the entire course, and anybody who does stick around, even up until March 31st, when that's March 31st, 2015 is when they're going to shut it down completely. Anybody who does stick around, up until then, Sony has said that they're going to receive some sort of free, unspecified content. As far as the content updates, there will be no more new content after November 12th, and then if you do want to download anything for your home, you actually have until December 3rd to do that, and then there won't be any more downloads, and then eventually it'll be shut down in 3 months later. So,
haven't they already shut down the Japanese version?
Excuse me. How long did the game last? Long.
Not sure, Trevor.
No, I'm not sure either.
I'm pretty sure they did. I think I read that somewhere. That they've already shut down the Japanese version of PlayStation Home, and then they were like, well, they run on different they run on separate entities, they're their own, so if this one closes, we'll stay open, we'll keep it up and running, and then just a few weeks later, I guess, they announced that they're closing, so.
It would have been cool, and like Dr. Drill's mentioning, Game Room. Game Room only lasted like a month. Would have been cool, I don't know what it was that I know what it was that went wrong. It was how they executed it, because when you loaded it up, it was just a mess. But that's why nobody went back to it. But something like that, where you build your own arcade and then people can come and play your arcade games. Of course, and then they were expecting people to spend credits at the time on being able to play the games and stuff, and it was that didn't work. But 1 versus 100 was awesome. I remember playing that.
I wish I could have got that.
I wish they'd bring it back. It was really cool. So not enough people in, I guess. It just really Sony's been trying to get the numbers higher for years, trying to do different tricks and whatnot they just never got the numbers that they had expected to see for it. And it really is a cool idea. If you're going to have avatars built into the console and tied to your account, give us a place to explore, with our avatar, like what I think they should do, like Wreck-It Ralph, he lives inside of the outlet, inside the, have it to where your avatar can go into the different train stations, whatever. You go through the doors, and maybe that's how you start up a game. Give them a couple of options, give a regular home menu or something, but, something neat and extra as well, that way you want to hang out in an Xbox or a PlayStation party with your friends, and, you're on the dashboard. Instead of being the dashboard, you're in, like a lobby. That's, a couple of different ways that they could have, so many ways they could have really done to improve it, but sadly it'll be gone, so nothing we can do. And yeah, Joe's right, and it's on PS3 and they want to kill it off. Like they could have easily brought it over to the Vita and PS4, but they probably just figured why bother,
The way that the PlayStation Home would work is say there's a door, you'd go through it and it would have a loading screen. It would take about 5 to 10 minutes for it to actually load up. And then it would have a bowling alley, and then it would have a cinema alley, and it had loads of open areas. And if you wanted to play bowling, you'd wait your turn, but then you could open up a little chat bar where you could type what you would like to say, they'd reply, and when it was your go to go up to the bowl, you'd have your go, and then you'd go back and do the same thing.
Okay. Later, Firehawk. See you leaving. Not going to bother chatting. Hopefully you're stick around for the delay. But yeah, so we're actually, that was pretty much it for, the week's news topics. If there was anything we missed and you guys want to talk about it, or you have any questions, we got a little bit of time to we can cover that now. So throw up your questions. If you guys have feedback, don't forget to send that to streamteam@hauppauge.com, or send Joe a message, send one of us a message. We'll be sure to help field that question to the right authorities, or we may even be able to answer it ourselves. So but when's the Hauppauge PBR 3 coming out? LOL. Not sure. I've actually, that's one of the things that we have a group of us podcast members that we have a chat, and it was one of the things that was mentioned was what features would we like to see, and that's something that I mentioned a few times. I would love to see as far as like a PBR 3, HD PBR 3, and then they could even do parentheses with a D inside the middle, like 3D. I would like to be able to record 3D content, because there's a handful of games out there that support it. And then YouTube supports 3D videos. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of 3D videos on there to watch, but I do have a 3D TV, and I would like to watch some and record some as well. Doom 3 in 3D would be awesome. That'd be something nice to get back, and be able to have some fun with, really. But as far as like an actual announcement, nothing's been made.
UK reaction has a question, by the way, guys.
Well, he hasn't asked it. I would like to see them be able to capture the 3DS with a 3D or not in 3D, doesn't matter. I would just like to have a cord that I can plug into my HD PVR and plug it into my 3DS and have it be able to record. That'd be awesome. Instead of spending $250 and shipping it off and voiding your warranty and whatnot. It'd be nice if the Hauppauge already knows how to do portability, so get us a rocket that plug your 3DS into it. You've already got a microphone on the 3DS, so maybe they could utilize that in some way. That would be really cool.
1 year later, was next gen console worth it in your opinion? Was UK reactions question.
Yeah. Do you have next gen console yet, Mega?
Not yet, but I'm working towards getting an Xbox One. But I think within time, if they make like a slimmer version of the PlayStation 3, which they probably will because they've done it quite a lot, the next gen console will go down the price range, and then the new console, like a new slim PS3, probably go higher in price range. Because like you can get like a PlayStation 3 for about £100 now. So I dare say within time the PS4 or Xbox One will go down to about same as the PS3 now, like £100 or something. In my opinion.
The games that are coming out still for 360 and PS3 are, great games. They look great still. I haven't gotten a next gen console myself, so I haven't been able to test it out, but so I don't know as far as a year later if it's even worth it, but the machines are showing their age, and it was time for an upgrade, regardless of whether we have the games that we were ready for, or, decent games or not. It was time for a boost in processing power and all the inner workings. So I'm grateful for that. I would just like to just giving the developers time to get more content out there for us, really.
I think the best thing that the next gen console has gave is where you can play an Xbox 360 game on the Xbox One. That's one of the best things that's the best feature they've made so far on a next gen console. in my opinion. You can connect your Xbox to your Xbox One, pop your Xbox 360 game in, and away you go. I think that's amazing.
I really like what Nintendo did with the Wii U, with the gamepad and the touchscreen being built into the controller and the way the controller felt.
Oh
and
my
just
God!
you know, as far as party games, like Nintendo's king, and I do wish them success with the Wii U because it's a pretty awesome, nifty little system. You know,
I would say so far, out of the consoles that I've played, which I've played on an Xbox One. I don't own one, but I've played on one, and the Wii U, which you owned, and I played on that. The Wii U is my favorite so far. I mean, that gamepad alone sold me. I mean, just absolutely sold me. Especially for like Mario Brothers or
Zombie U.
Thank you, Zombie U. That was
nothing else like it.
You can't help but do that maniacal laughter as you're watching your best friend just die because you just killed him. I know you did it. I know I did it. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't help it. You're like, ah, yes, die. You know? Like, I mean, that gamepad is so awesome. Ingenious.
Playing 360 on the one. Yeah, the two HDMI ports, you're basically just using the pass-through feature. It's not, you're not actually like, they don't actually emulate or run the games on the Xbox One. The 360 games, you still have to have an Xbox 360 to play them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you already had to have purchased them.
Yeah, well, it's two completely different things. There's, having the Xbox One and being able to put a 360 game into it and run it, and then having an Xbox One and then just hooking a 360 up and having it pass through. Completely different things, because a lot of people want to trade in that Xbox 360 to upgrade to the one in the first place, but they want to go back and still have their library of games. And I know that the reason why Microsoft has said that you can't, they don't have it is because of the DirectX support and just the whole architecture. I think it's x86 architecture. I'm not even sure. It's all jumbled to me, but basically the way the system was built, it would take up too much processing power and whatnot to emulate the games and build an emulator to run them. So maybe in the future with a streaming service is probably where they're where that's going to go. Who knows? But yeah, like Joe says, you might as well just plug it into your TV, but you still have to keep your Xbox 360 to still play those games. You can't just put the 360 games into the Xbox One, which is what a lot of people want to do.
Because it wouldn't read the disc.
Exactly, yeah. So, militia, yeah. We're getting ready to wrap this up too, before we... Just want to see if is there any more questions? Does anybody have any more questions before we head out and say our thank yous? What? When I select and add a device on my computer, I have no idea, manatees. Thanks for throwing out my email. Thanks for permitting him to, Joe.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Oh, you a bastard.
Wait, Fallen Frog? Oh, that's not me. Oh.
No, you're not Fallen Frog.
Who's that guy? No,
that guy sucks.
Well, I think we're gonna call that a wrap. This was a good podcast. I had a lot of fun. Trevor, Mega, what'd you guys think?
I had a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's always fun,
guys.
Casting
no experience for me, because I've not done a podcast, but it's new experience and I've enjoyed myself.
Right, Devils? I know. Like, nobody's gonna decode that was me.
Thanks,
well, I do want
Stream Team Joe, for letting me be on the podcast again this week.
Yep. Stream Team Joe, thank you. Tell Stream Team Joe thanks everybody for throwing up links and getting you guys untimed out, because Nightbot likes to do that.
Sure. And
I want to thank Stream Team Joe for putting this podcast together.
Yep. He is the glue that holds the podcast together, like I've said, week in and week out. So thanks, Joe. Remember, guys, send your feedback. You can send Joe a message. You can send us a message. or just email streamteam@hauppauge.com. Send us your feedback. Let us know what you thought. What if you like the podcast, what you want to see and change, what improvements can be made. Just let us know.
What podcasters you like Frog, me, Mega.
Sergeant Zombie Pepper.
No. No, she's awesome, but no.
Oh, what he secretly means is Trevor. It's Trevorkian. It's Trevorkian.
It's just. But also,
That's what he's
guys,
trying
don't
to say.
forget. Also, guys, don't forget to follow Hauppauge on Facebook, Twitter, and hit them on a follow on Twitch TV. It really helps out Hauppauge,
Oh, yeah.
and basically,
He's
if
right.
you want to get a capture card, I really do recommend the HD PVR. It's a good starting capture card, and you never know, you could get big and become famous like all the other famous YouTubers and streamers out there.
None of us would be where we are without Hauppauge, so
Exactly,
one day you could be on this podcast.
And yep. Thank you, Hauppauge. We all love you guys. Even everyone besides Stream Team Joe. Those of you watching, if you're not in chat, and you're still watching, thank you. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you guys in chat for being awesome, being talkative. We love it. 55 subs thanks to Hauppauge. Yep, see? Devil's Mountain knows. Oh, those monkeys. I want that Twitch battery. All right, so everybody, from all of us, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye, everybody.